Hello everyone, Dungeon Frog here, and today it's the second day of the new Settlers League, and I want to show what I'm playing and how it's going, and it's pretty going well. I had the luck to find a 6 linked item, and we're playing Smite, and the sockets are not that ideal, but we're doing pretty fine, especially because we found the 6 linked. My other equipment is just some life and some damage resistances. Nothing too crazy so far, but it's doing its job. And we're playing the new Warden specialization with Smite. So we are using at the moment one tincture, and we use the Unbound Avatar, which I call a Super Saiyajin. And it's pretty decent. Like, the skill gives us a lot of extra damage when we activate it. It takes like 2 to 3 stacks per like attack. Here we need like 100 to activate it, and then we have like a kind of big buff. Helps with bossing a lot. We sometimes use it when like attack is hard or like on an essence mob. And yeah, in the end game with the last lap, I want to get the second tincture, but I don't have the tincture notes right now, so I was like, maybe I will take this one a bit later, because like I wanted, because like I'm playing in SSF HE, I wanted to have my defenses up first, damage can go later. And overall, this pack really fun. Not sure how well the shocking passive works at the moment. The numbers are not that high at the moment. It needs further testing and will play on a bit. But at the moment, the numbers are not that great on the shocking one. Even if Smite have like a big Smite chance on its own, and we're having some crit, but actually not too much, so we could probably improve this a bit. We are pretty fine. Our build will have some blocks, some mitigation, some life on block. So defensively we are on a pretty decent spot. But like probably the worst thing about the build is that it's like really micro hungry. Like usually I have like my full bar full, and I actually could use even more skill bars. Because like I don't use Sam stamps at the moment, so we might use this skill. So there is a lot to press, like you have to check your tincture cooldown. Like at the moment I can have like around 10, and then I have to switch it off. And yeah, it's a bit lot to care about. You have to look like, yeah, can I place my banner or some defenses? Can I use the Ancestral Call for some AoE damage? Do I need to resummon my golem? Actually should get some support gems, to be honest. So that's like the only bad thing about this pack. You really have to care what you're doing, and it's probably getting more complicated when we hit the second class. So it's a lot to care. But the character feels safe. We get alignment immunity if we get a shield with some alignment immunity. And yeah, so far the build. The new league mechanic, before I will talk more about the build, I just want to showcase you to it. It's pretty fun, I have to say. Most of the time I don't really get what I'm doing, but building your own town and upgrading stuff is really fun. I think like I don't get as much gold as I want, because like all the things you to upgrade cost a lot of gold, so you actually have to play a lot, and if you deposit some of your money, which I should do. Like workers are not working, but I just woke up. So yeah, so it's like you have to farm this gold. So like gambling is at the moment not in my pockets, and I really like it. I think if the shipment rewards are pretty nice, even if I'm kind of bored sometimes, like it feels a bit the same, but it's still cool. And I'm close to unlocking the map enchantment, so it's still day 2. We did not die. We're around, like, I don't know, rank 600. Nothing too crazy. And having a lot of fun. And I just want to showcase the build a bit further. So we switch to PUBDB. Here you can see my build in a more optimized way and in a bit higher of level. And there are still a lot of things which I'm not sure about. So I actually went here down to get the leech node first. Then we could grab some of this and some aura nodes, because like we are scaling mainly the smite damage, the aura damage, and that's pretty helpful. We're trying to get the elemental alignment immunity, getting here corrupted blood, which seems to be even more important now, because there are a lot of mobs in the campaign which have it. So I actually even took it earlier than I usually do. We get a lot of free resistances. I went also with Alira for free resistances. Not sure if that's the best choice in like late game, but in the leveling it's pretty nice. I actually am not going this way with the actual character at the moment. I don't run it. I went this way just so that I can get the second Val strike pretty early. So I probably went like go this, go this, go this, and then like this. And yeah, the new mastery, like I said, this one seems to be a bit disappointing at the moment. Like more than 8% is usually not up there. And as if you can see, I have put it here with 20, so pretty decent. So let's see if I can reach it. And Avatar of Wilds is pretty okay with Smite to trigger. Smite has a decent chance to shock, and later we probably get Stormfire, which helps us with igniting. And because we are using a mace, all our damage inflicts chill, so we are getting the stacks pretty okay fast. I went with this node first, this node second, this node third, this node fourth. I'm not sure if like if you're your first character, if you should take it this way. Like probably this way might be even smarter, because like I didn't have my first tincture till like level 50 something, so actually way later than completing the lab.
Yes.
The tinctures are pretty easy to craft. You can just roll them. They're pretty powerful. This one could be even better. But yeah, that's I'm wearing at the moment. So yeah, here you see the stats I have in this build. Some decent items, but also nothing like too over crazily in this build. So just that you can check. I'm using a bright beak. It's in this build. It's probably pretty easy to achieve, but you probably can craft a better weapon. But if you get a bright beak with like Fortify, that would be really strong, because then we can drop the Fortify gem, which I'm using at the moment here. So that would be a better setup, and if you could drop the Fortify, you could let like Multistrike or Ruthless for a lot of damage. But yeah, I'm running the 6-link I have, and it's okay. You see we have a lot of things active. You could also add Hydrosphere for some more damage, but it's and a second target for Smite, which bounces off. Could be nice. It's probably not a must-have. Male's Fallacy is a lot of damage. I'm not sure if it's really that important. We anoint arcing blows, which is kind of cheap, which is also good, but it gives us a lot of damage. Perseverance as belt, also a pretty decent belt. Not sure if we can get better, but with the Fortify, we get onslaught. That's pretty nice because like we need 2 tinctures, and you actually would organize them that you can have the uptime on all your flasks with this node, which I will grab now with my character. And we also take this one, so hopefully then the mana management is a bit more easy. I will probably tell it in the next video. And yeah, let's check out some other details. Like this one gives some decent HP. I also have this node at the moment picked for some extra life, because like I felt like I need some more life. Yeah, you take all the aura things, like increased area of effect. It gives us a big AoE buff. This one gives us a lot of damage and some utility. Same for that one. Here we get the extra strike. And yeah, so that you can see we are fighting in this configuration Cyrus. I have, like I said, the 20 stacks. Enemy is chilled and ignited, helps a bit with the damage. And the chance that we chill and ignite him is pretty high, because like all our damage chills and pretty much all our damage ignites. The only thing which is a bit harder to get is the frenzy charge. In this build I use armor, which has the chance to get one. So this armor is probably the most expensive and probably the only expensive part of the build. Something like this will help you a lot. So and this is I'm using at the moment the banner with the block chance, because like we have here some recovery and our block chance is not bad. If we activate the banner, we get like a nice bump in HP, in the effective hit pool. And you can see, like, if we use our avatar, like, we nearly double our damage. So that's pretty strong. Ancestral Cry, of course, for even more hits. And Mana Burn, yeah, you can see I have it with 6 at the moment triggered. I don't know how to manage the mana really correctly. We will see a bit if we go into the late game. There are a lot of properties which could increase our damage if we... And it seems like the stacks does stack. So I think you can use a regular stock stack. Shock. And this shock in addition to get something more. So there might be a point of getting skitterbots. I'm still not 100% sure. Still trying things out. But I think the build has potential. There is also like a strong version, probably, of going Scion Ascendant with the champion nodes. There we also get the Fortify and some aura buffs, which is like really strong for Smite builds. And here we get the second tincture also, and some suppress plus some damage. So this one might be also really interesting, and we can with jewel sockets do something else. At the moment I have just probably this one could be nice if we find something like this. Getting phasing and blind would really help, especially like for our HP pool again, helps a lot. So there are a lot of conditions you can tick which help. And yeah, but And yeah, let's just check if we would increase the shock chance. So with up to 50% we go to like pretty high damage. With 0%, like before we hit it, our damage is still like 1.48k. And without the frenzy charges we still hit the 1.2 million. So like 1 million boss DPS is usually enough, so we're pretty fine the damage side. And they're like, yeah, here you can tick this, probably in a lot of fight, which increases your damage. If you stun, you get some AoE, which is nice. And yeah, I'm so far relatively happy with the build. What I was a bit disappointed is this note. I thought that it will give me a lot of rage, but it actually does not. Yeah, I even thought like going like this way the whole way, but I don't know. It didn't trigger so far so good. I hoped we get like 12 rage with it on average, but when I tried, it was kind of low. Maybe I will try a bit more. I spec'd out of it because like I thought like I need more defense. But this alone seems to be not enough to sustain your rage. You could get it probably from the gloves, but I have um, exposure at the moment in. I don't know if you can stack it. Second attack would be also really interesting, like the second strike. So the glove slot is really stacked. But yeah, how is your feeling with this node in particular? Does it give enough rage? I'm not sure, but this one was like the biggest disappointment so far. Other than that, yeah, like I said, we get the alignment avoidment pretty easy with those nodes and a shield. Um, and yeah, that's the build. So if you have any questions and suggestions, just write it in the comments. It's still not done. As you saw, we are level 79, so a lot of to go. But so far, I like the league. I like the build, and I would be interested what you do. So see you.